High volume. High volume. High volume.
Am I really that much to handle?
Something I wanted to talk about today was decluttering your space. But before we get into that, someone asked about my liquid diet. I'm going to do a short insight on that for you, Bill, because I plan on vlogging about it. But yes, I did make it through the liquid diet. Today was my first day back on solid food. And when I tell you, yesterday I had to have drove Steph, Tori, and Dora Marie insane. And it wasn't even that I was hungry. I just kept seeing stuff and was like, ooh, I want this. Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want this. I want that. I want this. I wasn't hungry. I think I just was ready to taste something with flavor because all I had really been having was legit water, and I was allowing myself to have a protein shake for dinner. Sometimes I would split the bottle in half, like lunch and dinner. So I was ready for something different. Now, don't do too much, Dawn Marie. Love the blue and purple summer. Thank you, Nisa baby. I appreciate that. Yes, every 5 minutes, it was some stuff that was looking real good. And by the way, I made scrambled eggs this morning. I made two. I couldn't eat two. I was only able to eat one. I was only able to eat one egg this morning. And I was like, really? You for real? You for real? Like, but whatever. Thank you, Nisa baby. I appreciate that. So I want to get into the topic. I want to talk about decluttering your space. Now, I had put up a short video the other day in regards to this. I have this book. It's called Today with Intention, a guided journal for reflection, mindfulness, and self-care. If anyone is interested in something like this, I'll try to drop the link. I think I bought this from a bookstore, but I'm pretty sure I probably could find it on Amazon or something. And I really, 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 really like this book. It makes you reflect on your like the day that passed. It asks you questions like, how did you take care of yourself today? A good thing that happened was something you're grateful for. And then it asks you to summarize your day in one word. And then it has you prepare for the next day, and it titles it Imagining Tomorrow. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's titled Imagining Tomorrow, and it says, what's your intention for tomorrow? Then it asks, why is it important to you? And then how will you embody it? So it legit makes you prepare for the coming day. Thank you so much. I appreciate that compliment. So I do this book every single night. And the other day when I turned to, it is a daily journal. This is a daily journal. I don't know how many pages in here, but I started this journal back in, let me see, because it makes you date. It makes you put a date down. I started this journal 12/15/21. 12/15/21. What year are we in now? 24. So I'll pick it up, I'll put it down, I'll pick it up, I'll put it down. It has a nice amount of pages in here. They're not numbered, so I don't know how many pages exactly. But I really love this book. When I use it, it definitely helps me to stay focused and to stay guided. Like, it helps me to be accountable and just reflect on my day. What was focusing on a positive versus like any negative, and things like that. So when I turned the page the other day, and it gives you like little inserts of little self-care tips. Every so often, every few pages, it'll give you a self-care tip. And this one is called Declutter Your Space. And it reads, I want to read it to you guys. So listen closely, bear with me, okay? It says, disorganized spaces can negatively affect how easily you're able to get through the day. Your ability to focus and be productive, and even your own self-esteem. It can be hard to remember, but all that visual noise is continually taken away from both your physical and emotional energy. Now, that's not all, but I want to pause there. Disorganized spaces can negatively affect how easily you're able to get through the day. This doesn't have to just be things. It could be places, it could be people, it could be material things, it could be mental things. Anything that you are allowing to stack up in your life that is causing you pain, misery, distraction, it can be a really, really, really big deterrent from you being successful in whatever it is you want to do. I know for myself, I can't stand clutter. Like, people that collect things and just sit on them. My dad was kind of like that, and my mom too, a little bit. Like, if I'm not using something for so long, I want to get rid of it. Like, if you're not using it and it's just sitting in the corner for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you probably don't need it. Now, if you don't just want to throw it away, if it's something you can profit off, put it on Marketplace, put it on OfferUp, sell it, but stop sitting on it because it's just taking up space that you can be using for something else. And it just makes me feel icky. Like, if my bedroom is not organized, is not set up in a manner that feels good to me, it can make me feel low. You might just need to look around your space. If you've been feeling like low in energy, low in motivation, look around your space. You don't have to be dirty to have clutter. Not saying you dirty. You don't have to be dirty to have clutter. But back to what we were saying. Look around your space. Look around your space. Look around the places that you frequent. Look around the places that you always, maybe you don't feel good about, you hate going into, and evaluate those spaces, because you might need to declutter those spaces. Let me read the next paragraph. It says, each week tackle a single space that holds stress for you: the entryway table, or perhaps the nook behind the stairs. Wherever things tend to accumulate, take stock of what kind of items live there and why. Is there a new dedicated place you could set aside for these items? Perhaps adding storage in that same location would help. Now, do you got a table? I think everybody got like that little table where stuff just pile on. You start just throwing stuff on there, and next thing you know, it used to be a cute little table with your little knickknacks or pictures or whatever, and now all of a sudden you just got a bunch of stuff thrown on here. Or a bedroom that was supposed to be a closet, but you just start throwing stuff in there. Like, evaluate your space. Evaluate your space and really determine what is something that you need to keep and what is something that you could get rid of. She said, I'm guilty. Like, we all have something. It was this, now, it wasn't necessarily me. My husband probably listening, so I gotta whisper it to y'all. But it was a corner in the living room, and it had all this stuff just piled in the corner of the living room, and it was pissing me off. So one day, I said, babe, when you gonna move this stuff? And I gave him like a week, and he ain't moved the stuff. So he came home one day, and the stuff was gone. And he hate when I move his stuff. But it was weighing me down, so it had to go. Okay, it had to go. Now, I put it where it needed to go and stored it. The stuff that needed to be stored got stored, and the stuff that was trash went to the trash. But sometimes you just gotta be proactive in the things that you need. Yes, because he in the other. So, and even if it's stuff you don't want to do, sometimes I'll be like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like I should have to do that. But sometimes when you want to get things done, and if it's hindering you, you just have to suck it up and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Suck it up and get it done. And then it reads on, it says, the most important thing is to remove those items that are no longer serving you and to create specific places for items you still need and care for. Organization is real important. Organization is real important. A lot of times we'll be like, we'll organize it, and then it get messed up again. It get messed up again because you're not staying organized. And it's not really that hard. How much energy does it take you to take 2 more steps to put something in a closet where it belongs? 2 more steps to put something in a dirty hamper. 2 more steps to put it on a shelf where you got it from. 2 more steps to put it in a cabinet in the kitchen where it belongs. It really don't take long. We just get accustomed to being lazy. At the end of the day, that's really what it be. It be us being lazy. And all it does is it ends up being a disservice to us. Clutter really can wait. Yes, it do. It could do. I'm telling you, like, if you look around in your space that you're in right now and you dissatisfied with the way that it looks because stuff is just all over the place, take a moment to organize it. You don't have to do everything in one day either. Make a checklist and say, I'm going to tackle this corner of the house today and get it done. Another day, I'm going to tackle this corner of the house today and get it done. If it's a lot, break it down so that it doesn't become overwhelming. But as your space begins to clear out and you begin to be able to see and sunlight is able to shine in and you able to inhale and smell the goodness, like, Wednesdays and Saturdays are my cleaning days. Wednesdays is where I do like my heavier cleaning because our trash day is Thursday, and Saturday is a day where I refresh my home. I dust, I wipe tables down, wipe countertops down. I'll sweep and Swiffer to make sure like the floor is not, filthy and things like that. Fluff my pillows, put on some new wax melt. Shout out to Jack because she suggested, I think it's called Peony or something like that. I got some other ones too that are like, pop that thing in there, fresh air, sunlight coming in, and I just feel 10 times better. Your house feel good, it smell good, you want to be in it. It just makes you, feel better. It makes you feel better about yourself when your space is organized. And now on to the next, because it's not always about things. It could be about people too. People who are cluttering your life. Oftentimes we are afraid to let people go who are not a purpose. They're not serving us in any way. They holding us down, they hindering us, especially people we love, whether it be a spouse, whether it be, now, I'm not really prone to cutting family members off per se, but putting distance between them if you need to. I mean, if the situation is severe enough, then cutting them off might be what you need to do. Friends, even jobs, like if they are not serving you in a positive way, sometimes you have to go ahead and let those things go. I kind of touched on this the other day, and all we do is hold ourselves back when we hold on to people that we should have let go a long time ago. And that could be one of the hardest things you could do in your life. But it's okay to be selfish, to look out for yourself. If people are not, um, not saying just serving you, because it's not just all about you. Like whatever the relationship is, it has to be like a give and take. But you shouldn't always feel like it's always you. It's always you. It's always you. Like y'all gotta be working towards something in any relationship that you are. It shouldn't just be one sided. And nobody can determine the length of time for you, but if you've been holding on to this thing for years and years, or shoot, some people don't even let it get that long. Some people be like, listen, all right, what happened? It'd be like a one and done. Other people got like a 3-strike rule. Some people will stay with you. Now, this be the problem. They'll look back 10 years later and be like, why am I still here? Well, you knew probably 6 months in that you probably should have walked away from whatever it was, but you chose to hold on. A lot of us will sit and hope that people will change, but you can't change people. People have to want to do the work for themselves, and we have to accept people for what they present themselves to us as. Now, sometimes you get a representative. Sometimes people show you what they want you to see in the beginning. It does happen. I know some people be like, no, you just ignored the red flags. No, sometimes people do show you all the right things. And then once you get locked in and tied in, you like, wait a minute, this ain't what I signed up for. But you got to make a decision. Are you going to rock and roll with it, or you going to walk away? And at some point, you have to hold yourself accountable for staying in a position that makes you unhappy. And that's just the hard facts. And then you have to make hard decisions. I have been trying to change my husband for 13 years. Not trying to change your husband for 13 years. What? Girl, I'm screaming. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, you guys. Thank you. I have to have a clean place to wake up to. I can't stand waking up to a mess, except those 2 boxes. They've been sitting there. I should decorate them. Decorate them boxes. Like, I used to make up my bed all the time. I love to make up a bed, get cute little sets with pillows and stuff like that. I love a clear, open room, like smell good, make you feel good, them crisp sheets, like. And I had stopped doing that. I'm now back into doing that, getting my room together. My husband gonna walk in, and it's gonna be something new again, but he gonna be all right. He kind of deal with change, a little difficult, but I like change. I like new. I like fresh. So I got some more plans for the bedroom. And you have to make places comfortable for you. You have to make places not just comfortable for you. If you share a space with someone, you have to consider them as well. But don't just lay in misery, because nobody you control that. Get up and do something about it. So now I get up and do something about it. I really enjoy I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the word and I want to use? Like, clean, pretty, like aesthetic, places that you want to come into, like you want to be, like that you're proud of. Think like that you're proud of. So make your spaces how you want them. and stop making excuses. Oh, I'm too tired. Get up. So what, you tired? So what, you're tired? Get up and get it done. You can change the scenery, but not the situation. You could change the situation. What you mean you can't change the situation? Yes, you can. You are in control of the situations you're in. No matter what they are, you control the situations you're in. You can't control nobody else. You can't control what other people do. You can't control what that place got going on. But if you don't like a situation that you're in, you have choices. You just have to take the steps to change it. You have to take the you have to make the moves that you need in order to change your situation. Is your situation. You have complete control over it. And depending on what the situation is, it might not be something that you can change like tomorrow, but you can put a plan in place to change it soon in the future. You have to take the initiative. Yes, needs to baby. Thank you. My words be escaping my train of thought. So no, you could change the situation. Absolutely. You just have to do the work. A lot of us don't want to do the work. We get down on ourselves and make excuses. Oh, I'm depressed. I'm sad. I don't like this. Well, do something about it. Do something about it. Do something. You have the power to do something about it. If you are capable, you are able body, you can change it. My kids just clean their rooms, and I swear my laundry room is overflowing. I wanted to throw it all in the trash. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta throw stuff in the trash. Sometimes you just gotta be, yeah, you just gotta go. Boom. Throw it away. Um, so yeah, when I read that page in my book, it resonated with me because that was one of the things that I started to change. Not that like my home was disgusting or nothing like that, but I had fallen out of the habit of certain things. And so when I got back on track, I feel better. My house feels better. I feel better. My energy is higher. I want to do more things. Like it's just a total outlook on certain things. And I don't know why I be feeling a little emotional sometimes talking, but like sometimes you got to do better for yourself, and sometimes doing better for yourself meaning people around you might change, places might change, but sometimes that's just what it takes. And something I said the other day, a lot of times when you're not treating yourself good, when you aren't respecting your own boundaries, when you aren't consistent in the things that you want for yourself, how can we expect anybody else to respect our boundaries, to respect us, to listen to our needs? Like, how do we expect that? We not even respecting ourselves. And once you put yourself in a certain place and you start respecting yourself and setting your boundaries and respecting your own boundaries, things become a little bit more clearer. Oh gosh, that would be glorious. I meant we tend to change the scenery but avoid fixing the solution. Oh, absolutely, Bill. You can't just paint over a hole in the wall. You gotta fix that hole in the wall, honey bunny. You can't just, no. You're gonna have to fix it because all you're gonna do is when that paint start chipping away, that hole's still gonna be there. So you have to work on the actual foundation of the problem before you try to make it pretty. You know what I'm saying? You gotta actually work on what the problem is. Um, and in this little journey that I'm on, I am absolutely enjoying it. I'm learning new things about myself with being more reflective on who I am and what I got going on and being honest with myself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you can't grow. I love you too. You know I love my Melly Mel. Be accountable for the actions that you make, for the things that you do, your part you played in situations or whatever. Like, and I'm trying to focus more on me and how I contribute to things versus how other people can do better or what they can do for me. What can I do for myself? And in that situation, how can I contribute to the situation that I want to be better? You know what I mean? And so that is where I try to keep my mindset, and I feel better. Even like with how I handle my daughter, like my children. I had expressed it another different day. I have always been a yeller. It's something that I learned. It was learned behavior, absolutely learned behavior. My dad was a yeller. Child, he from the country. He was a yeller, okay, and he had anger issues. And I hate that about myself that I always yell. Like, girl, get it together. Gain some self-control. Like, relax. So I'm not yelling at my daughter. I don't know when the last time I've yelled. I've yelled at her since I set the goal in place, which has been a lot easier than I thought it would be. Um, and I feel like she is actually paying attention more. She's listening more. I don't feel like it's as hard. So I might have been a problem in that situation and not her, because your actions definitely cause a reaction. How you approach things matter. So just decluttering my life, like not just physical things, mentally decluttering, emotionally decluttering, organizing my home, organizing my life, just putting me in a place, in a position to win. I already talk loud, smile through his ears. My husband, I talk loud all the time, and because I talk loud, my husband always think I'm yelling at him. I'm like, no, that's just how I talk. Do it. Is it okay to be loud? No, but it's just a part of who I am. Something I'm conscious of, and I try to be mindful of sometimes. But when it's a part of you, it's kind of, take a little while. Sometimes, I'm also sometimes too overprotective. Yeah. Can you be overprotective? I don't know if you could be overprotective. What do you consider being overprotective? People to hear back. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate those who are who kind of have a closer relationship with me on the inside, that see the changes I'm making, that compliment me on the things that they see that are different, the people who are cheering me on. But first and foremost, I cheer myself on. One of the things I also changed was finding ways to motivate myself, because I had the tendency to latch on to other people for motivation, trying to get them to do things with me. And once those people fell off, what I wanted to accomplish will fall off. But it's not their fault, it's my fault. If I want to do something, I have to do it. I have to stop waiting on other people to do it in order for me to do it, because I'll never accomplish the things that I want to accomplish in life if that's how I'm moving and shaking out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to do better. I'm a yeller, we know this, but my mom and grandma yelled a lot. Now they going, and I took the crown. That's what it be a lot of times. Something my therapist told me, instead of asking why did they do that to me or say that, ask yourself, why did you accept that? Hold on. Hold on. Why did you accept that? Accountability, what we do or allow, is our responsibility. Period. And that's what I'm talking about. Changing those why did you, no, why did I? What do I got going on? Self-reflection, questioning yourself, and working on you. I'm telling you, like, because we can't control what people do. We can only control what we allow. We can only control what we allow, what we accept, what we make seem okay. Because if you continuously are accepting a certain behavior or treatment, but on the inside you like it, but you constantly dealing with it, why a person gonna change? They not, because they don't have a reason to. And that's just honest. Like, most times people are not going to change when you are accepting of something and they accustomed to you just being cool with it. They don't have a reason to. Now, you do have some people that will acknowledge something and work on it, but that is the exception to the rule, not the rule. And sometimes it's not a bad day, it's a bad Oh, let me talk about that real quick. Moments, okay? We have to stop allowing hey, blasted love, how you doing, boo? We have to stop allowing bad moments to determine our complete day, or a week, or a month. I was the type of person that would get so obsessed about something going wrong or something happened that I didn't like. I would let it ruin my entire day, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. I would hold on to things when I'm like, it just was a moment. It happened in that moment. Okay, it happened. If we could find a solution right then and there, do so. If not, move on. Leave it where it's at and keep it pushing. If it's something that you have to work on, then work on that. But don't allow it to get you down. Don't allow it to deter you. Don't allow it to become an excuse of why you're not doing what you need to do. And I always have an excuse. Oh, I wanted to do this. Oh, I'm sad. I'm an emotional person. A lot of my weight gain is attached to my emotions. As I'm feeling down, sad about something, I will eat stuff I ain't supposed to eat. But it's an excuse because I know that about myself. So it's not like I'm not aware. And once you know about something, you have the choice to continue doing it or to stop doing it. So you have to find a way to turn that into a positive, something that works for you instead of it being against you. Because once you're aware of something, now what you going to do about it? When you're not aware of something, you're not aware of it. When you can't figure things out, you can't. But I know for myself, I'm an emotional eater. So if I'm feeling some type of way about something, a lot of times I'll get in my bag and I want to eat, bad stuff. But it don't do nothing for me, but end up having me to restart my journeys over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? So when something happens, don't let it turn into a forever thing. It was a moment. A bad moment should not determine the rest of your life. A bad moment should not even determine the rest of your day. Let that moment have played out in that moment and then keep it pushing. Readjust and keep it pushing. Go on about your day. And that's also something I'm working on. I think I've been doing pretty good with it. It's been a couple of times where I feel like obstacles or hurdles tried to get me, and I was like, no, no, no. We're going to keep on pushing. Let it be a learning lesson. Learning lesson, yes. Mastering my emotions has been one of the hardest things I've had to work on. Yes. You are your biggest competition. You're your biggest competition. You are your biggest hurdle in life, yourself. Nothing else. Nobody on the outside of it, you. Because at the end of the day, whatever situation you're in and however it goes, that finger turned back to you. If you're being honest with yourself, it's going back to you. Well, it'll end up over here. Okay. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Enjoy y'all day. Make the best of it. Love y'all. Bye-bye.